It's day 14 of the 25 most notable bourbons of 2022.
Around and round we go. Where it'll stop, only Chad knows. And I still don't even know, but look, I stopped right on one this time. Pretty good. Let's go review it. Hello and welcome back. It's another day.
Are you tired of seeing us every day yet?
Oh, we're not tired.
Hope
We're
not.
not tired of seeing you. All right, let's see what we're dealing with today. It's nutty.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a browned butter, so when it gets those like, those nutty, fatty kind of qualities to it. But other than that, it's just like brown sugar to me.
Brown sugar, nutty.
I'm not getting a lot of depth on the nose.
Not a whole lot of depth, but what's there seems to be of quality.
Who doesn't like brown sugar and browned butter?
Yeah.
Right?
Pretty nice, right?
Sounds actually like it would make a delicious cookie together. And now I want cookies.
Now, great. Yeah, I agree. Not a whole lot to write home about, but it's good stuff. What is there?
Yeah, I feel like as we sit with it, it might, open up a bit more.
Once you get a little on the palate. Let's do that. It's your health. That brown butter, that sort of comes through. Nuttiness is also there.
Not overly nutty, just a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
Proof is showing itself.
I think it's like pretty viscous up front, like when it first hits your palate, but then it kind of goes a little bit drier towards the finish. So like, I think that buttery brown sugar evolves into a little bit more dry, almost like a char, like the char from the oak, and along with that, just like a hint of bitterness.
A little bit of burnt end, if we were doing barbecue.
I love that initial, like the viscosity when it first hits your palate.
Yeah.
But then again, like I'm not getting a ton of depth. Like I like the flavors that are there, but there's not a whole lot else to unwrap.
I feel like there's a little bit of honey in there. Sort of on the finish, I can taste a little bit of honey. Sweetness from the sugars. Yeah, a little bit of oak. I feel like this isn't a particularly old whiskey, but it's not young at all.
That typical 6 to 8, maybe?
Yeah, under 10 years.
That's how it's coming across to me. I'm not getting like a ton of age. Watch it be like 12 years old.
It's the Heaven Hill 17 year.
There's no way.
There's no way.
I
will eat my hat.
I'd like to see that. Now I kind of hope it is, but I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid.
I truly don't know.
Yeah. But before we get into all that nonsense, we want to tell you about the aforementioned whiskyambitions.com, where up until December 15th, any non-sale items you can get 10% off by using coupon code IBNHoliday10. Use that to get 10% off of our Glencairns, both of the shirts that we're wearing, Sarah, hats and hoodies and bottle cut candles and more. That's always coming soon at whiskyambitions.com.
And you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month. And that is where we do exclusive content, barrel pick releases, the opportunity to participate in barrel picks, and lots more. I don't have a lot of guesses.
Okay.
I don't have any guesses on this one. I'm also like very humbled by recent days. I've hit some, I've not hit some, and I don't like being, not that I don't like being wrong. I like learning, but
yeah, you gotta take your shot.
I don't have a strong feeling on this one, so I'm not gonna throw anything out.
Okay. Today we have been drinking
the Blood Oath Pact 8.
It's the that good. You have fooled us again, Blood Oath.
Once more.
We were just talking about how we've guessed that twice and it never comes up, and then the very next day.
The next day.
I feel like, or maybe not. Who even knows? The Blood Oath Pact 8. Okay.
What day is it? What day even is it?
Well, it's nuttier than I remember.
I don't think it's so
that
nutty, though.
98.6. Man, I was off on that.
I don't think it's so nutty. Well, it's got some rye in there.
Yeah.
Or some high rye bourbons. 3 extra aged ryed bourbons. 14, 11, and 8. Oof. It must be a vast majority of that 8 because I really cannot taste a lot of that 11 and 14 in there. It's nice, it rounds it out, but like maybe that's what's giving it its viscosity and that oak note.
Could be.
But other than that.
And then they're finished in French Calvados casks. So this is a finished bourbon, 98.6 proof. Well, I gotta say this about it. I really enjoyed this one. I don't feel like it's, top 5 just from initial taste, but it's maybe a little bit better than I had remembered. Blood Oath, you have been the maverick of this advent calendar.
It's a conundrum. I don't know. I I'd say for me, it's middle of the pack. Like, it's nice. I like it. It's mellow. It's chill.
Yeah,
but
maybe upper
it
middle.
wasn't blowing me away. We're talking about the best of the best, so take that for what you will. I'm talking about wasn't blowing me away in comparison to the 25 plus the staples that we know are in this set. Still, we obviously thought it was good enough to put in here, so.
Right, yeah.
Why did we put it in here?
Well, we put it in here because historically they have done well for us. Now they're different each year, so it's not an automatic in. You know, we always evaluate, but I think since maybe pack 6, we've had them in our 25.
I think it's nice to have a representation from something, an additional representation from something under 100 proof. So we have a handful within the 25, but being the proof hounds that we are, and a lot of LEs come out at 100 plus proofs.
Right.
You know, this is a representation of the other side of that. It's nice to see where it does.
And we didn't also have a whole lot of finished things in here, so we wanted to make sure that had a representation in here. You know, that 8, 11, 14 years. I mean, on paper, it checks out, but we gave it the taste test, and we're like, yeah, this is interesting enough to put in there, and I feel like that's why it made it.
Now, $119.
$119, yes, and that's gone up as things have done. It used to be around the $100 mark. It's gone up a little bit.
Value isn't part of our assessment of the best of. It's more just taste and blind tasting.
Exactly.
Reconciling that at the end of this tasting, thinking that for me it was middle of the pack, although middle of the pack in terms of dollars of what goes into this is probably about $120.
Yeah.
I don't know. We've seen some things in the 200 plus range. We've seen some things in the $60 range.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the middle where I think maybe it should be, but
I agree. And that's where we gotta leave it. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so by clicking right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. Hope to see you in one of those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay, until tomorrow, drink more bourbon.